Hi folks, how you doing? 2016 Chevy Sonic LTZ 1.4 liter turbo. Water pump. Thermostat failure. Water pump is actually good, but given the work that took place to get to the thermostat, it just seemed worthwhile to go ahead and replace the water pump. Right there's the thermostat. It's going to be this housing here. You got a coolant line below. Sorry for the block. This is the turbo. You have to remove all of the ducting. The motor mount. This is a little tricky. The motor mount, you pretty much have to do by hand, and you have to jack up the engine up and down a little bit once you get it loose to be able to get the bracket out. So this is the motor mount bracket that actually attaches to the engine, just like this, into the face of the engine down here below this pulley that I took off for the water pump. So as you can see, really big, really has a lot of long legs on it, right, to get around the pulley. Well, that's what makes it hard to get out, and that actually took some time. The belt tensioner, the pulley that you see right in the middle, right there, that actually, when I started to take it off, really was tight. That's a really strong spring. Not the greatest way to get to it, but it does take quite a bit of force. Additionally, I know I fast forwarded this project, but the cable harness that goes across the head of the engine down to thermostat, air conditioner, the turbo, all of this was in the road and will be in the road of getting the hoses off, and would have been just for the thermostat. I don't like to mess around with these. Working around them, chance to damage them, so take the extra time to undo each fastener, safely take them off, and roll everything aside. Also, you've got to take over the radiator hose that goes to the reservoir. This will also need to come off. One of the things I found out about working on this car was you kind of need some special tools, and I'll go ahead and show you those right now. Sorry for the camera angle. This device here, this is the hose clamp, remote hose clamp puller. Very effective, especially on that hose that's down there coming off of the thermostat on the side. I don't know how you could have got pliers in there or any of the others. This is the only thing. I did pick this up at a Rise for $35. Pretty much plan on keeping it clean, and hope I don't need to use it again. It will be going back. Another thing that was definitely a need, but not much as a want. Harbor Freight, 15 bucks. Hose pliers. Again, they're just the cheap brand, but you know, you don't need a lot of force. So you just need to be able to get a hold of the hose and work it off gently. As all this is plastic, it kind of blows my mind. It really reminds me of working on a motorcycle. All small bolts. Another big problem. Do not try to use a 12-point on, well, these E-Torques. Okay, that one there looks like a little dirty. But all these bolts that are in the water pump are E-Torques. That's external torques, or female, or i.e. called star bits. Let's see if we can get a good image of it. Sorry, bad camera. But anyways, I went through a lot of hassles. Ended up, no doubt, found it at Home Depot. The whole rack of the star bits, you can see now why they're a little different. You only need that grip on there. That 12-point will not get the much grip on that head of that bolt like that. So these really were worth the money. 25 bucks whole set. Again, this is a 2016. It has about 69,800 miles, and unfortunately I have already replaced the battery, of course all 4 tires, the EVAP purge sensor here, which is still throwing a code, so I'm going to take that off and check it. And also, another really shitty design is this outlet that goes back to the engine. You've got a temperature sensor down below, connected right on the side of it there. All fair and well, but this housing is two-piece plastic and it's split right down the middle. And another thing I have a problem with is this pop-off here, this quick connect. Well, when it gets hot, the plastic loosens up and it blows off. So under pressure, which the system is under a lot of pressure, it says 20 psi. Yeah, no, more like 50. Anyways, it tends to blow this off, end up losing fluid. This is the second piece I've replaced on it. And then, as you can see, this micro reservoir, I think I can pee at least that much, if not more, leaks a little bit, and now you're starting to get out of water. Very bad design, very little reservoir, and so have fun with this project. Take your time, and make sure you have the right tools, and hopefully this helps.